Kaleido Chapter 1. Departure. Veronica sat against the wall by a plastic decorated tree as everything else around her was buzzing with life and excitement. Today, December 30th, was gift day, and all the other kids in the room with her were ecstatic about their presents before their departure. She held it up in her corner, wishing she wasn't there, instead in her room reading the adventure book she had just gotten into. One of the caretakers in the room, Caretaker Lily, soon assured her that she was going to be fine. "You'll feel better once you take one," she advised. So on her way she was, to the pile of giant gift wrap boxes for her to take. The pile was grand, flooded with vibrant colors, yellows, greens, bright purples, and electric blues. She wasn't so sure she wanted to take one. But pushing back her fear, she examined the towering pile and pulled out one close present that caught her attention the most. The gift itself wasn't too extravagant. Wrapped in peony print wrapping paper in faded water-washed colors, and a beautiful soft pale blue ribbon was put neatly on top. The dull colors contrasted heavily with the bright, more eye-catching colors that the rest of the children had loved so much. This gift, however, to Veronica, was just as eye-catching. She opened the gift, finding a soft-looking orange plush. It had blue eyes and a brown scarf around its neck. She fell in love with the plush doll instantly, pulling it close to her and holding it for a minute. After she freed it from her embrace, she looked at the plush and thought, "I think you should have a name," she finally decided. "I'm going to call you Prince." The plush stared back at her, and she decided that it liked the name. She placed it back in its box and carried it with her back to her corner. Maybe gift day wasn't so bad after all. The departure was something Veronica was always uneasy about, ever since she learned of what it was. The departure name was self-explanatory. She would have to leave, and she would have to find a new home in an unfamiliar place. She had turned 12 a few days before gift day, so, like the rest of the children, she had to leave home she's known forever. After fitting the puffy jacket over her wings, she had the bag she had the caretakers pack for her on her shoulders. She had Prince close to her as she stood in line for departure. She tried to stay as close as the back as possible, as the other children chattered about their excitement and nervousness. She knew she would eventually have to go, but her heart wasn't into this idea as equally, or even more so than she wasn't. She whimpered helplessly, all up till it was her turn. Everyone had gone, and in that empty room, it really was just her. She loved it here, her book and her comfy bed that waited for her whenever she would leave it. She was leaving that all behind now. Caretaker Lily, who Veronica loved very much, was luckily leading the line she was in. She ran to her like she hadn't seen her in forever. She sobbed to her, expressing her worries, and clinging to the bottom of her dress desperately. Caretaker Lily got down on her knees, allowing Veronica to hug her properly. She rubbed her back comfortingly. "I know you're scared, little Kaleido," she spoke after Veronica's sobbing slowed down to hiccups. "But there will come the day where you won't need me anymore." "I'll always need you," she yelled, hugging her tight like she would disappear, shaking her head vigorously as her tears wiped off from Caretaker Lily's dress. "I don't want to go. I don't want to leave you." The comfort in her head moved to her face, bringing her back to look at Caretaker Lily, and she felt her thumb wiping away her tears. "I will always be with you." She picked up the plush fox that Veronica had dropped when she embraced her. She smoothed her hand over her head in a repeated pattern and smiled in an affectionate way that made Veronica so comfortable like she always did. After she had calmed down with the loving warm promise strapped to her heart like a lifeline, she let Caretaker Lily lift her up to the platform and wish her goodbye. "You'll be all right, my little Kaleido," she assured her. "You are the strongest little girl I know." Caretaker Lily had always been there for her. It was hard to leave her, but regardless, she nodded hesitantly, giving Caretaker Lily one last hug. She gave Veronica a small kiss on her forehead after they pulled away, fixed up her dress, and told her to relax. She closed her eyes, feeling herself lift off the ground slowly. She clutched Prince tighter as she slowly opened her eyes to see Caretaker Lily's warming smile one last time.